I'm Noreen and welcome to my kitchen. And today I'm going to show you how to make a bulk muffin mix that will give you enough mix to make 6 dozen muffins. It's nice to have on the shelf, and you can mix it up with some things that you probably already have on your pantry shelf. And it's easy to have, and you can make all kinds of muffins with this. So let's get started. Okay, let's get started. What I have in my bowl already is 4½ cups each of all-purpose white flour, and this is a white wheat flour. You can use a whole wheat flour, and I only ever use King Arthur flour, and I'll show you. This is what their unbleached white whole wheat flour looks like. It's a very fine mill. You can see it's very, very soft, and I like to use that in baking if I'm going to do a half and half or a sub for all-purpose flour. The next thing that we're going to add is 3 cups of 3 cups of old-fashioned oats. Pardon me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to use 1.5 cups of brown sugar and 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. So, and the brown sugar I'm going to pack. Okay, so there's 1 cup of brown sugar, and of course that's not going to fit, right?
Is this your homemade brown sugar?
This is my homemade brown sugar, and I have a video for that if you're interested. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go take a look at it. I'll put a link on the screen and below. Alright, let's see. If you pack it down in there, that's 1.5, and then we're going to rinse your hands. And then we're going to do 1.5 cups of granulated sugar. So here's 1/2 cup. And here's 1 cup. And you can do all white sugar if you want, or all brown sugar. It doesn't matter. It really is a personal preference. And then the next thing we're going to put is 6 tablespoons of baking powder. And since I know that 4 tablespoons of baking powder is 1/4 cup, I'm going to start out with 1/4 cup. And that's just about all there is left in there. So I'm just going to empty my can into the bowl. And then I'm going to add 2 additional tablespoons of baking powder. And try and get an aluminum-free baking powder. You know, this is just my personal preference. If you can't find it, then it's what it is what it is. And then we're going to use 3 teaspoons of salt, and I'm using my Himalayan pink salt, so there we go. You can omit the salt if you like, but remember, every sweet thing needs a little bit something salty in it. And I'm going to get my hands in here just so I can break up that brown sugar and get those oats and all those ingredients incorporated really well.
Flour smoke.
And then what we'll do is, yeah, flour smoke. Don't breathe that. Oh, really, it's okay. I'm going to graduate to my whisk because I really do feel like the brown sugar is broken up enough now that it probably doesn't really need any more blending. But that's it. What we're going to do now is we're going to get a plastic bag and we're going to put it in this number 10 can. I like to line my number 10 cans with a gallon bag, because this just really does ensure it does fit perfect.
So I'm going to get the gallon?
Round about that. Pardon me. There you go. See, it all fits in that number 10 can. And my hand is always getting in the way. And then what I like to do, give that a good tap, seal it up, kind of push as much air out of it as you possibly can.
Air is the enemy.
Yes, it is. And then you can put your lid on here, and you want to put a label, because that is not what is in my can. We're going to put a label on the top that says muffin mix, and then we're going to put a recipe with the can so that everybody knows when they want to make muffins, this is what you need to do. I am going to post a recipe on my website as to how you can use this muffin mix to make a batch of 12 muffins. This will actually make 6 dozen muffins, and all you have to do is add 1.5 cups of milk, 2 eggs, and 2 tablespoons of oil to this mix, along with whatever mix-ins you're going to make. I am going to do another video, and we're going to make some blueberry muffins this morning, and I'll show you how we do that in just a little while. But if you want, you refer for the recipe, go over to my website. That's noreenskitchen.com. I thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen this morning. It's always exciting when I have you visit. And don't forget, if you're not subscribed and you've come over here and this is your first time, please hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss out on one moment of all the fun we have over here in my kitchen. As well, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. So I hope you try it. I hope you love it. And until next time, I'll see ya.